I'll show one of the use case to run the natural query language into the database. So the problem statement is I want to execute my natural language to database, but I don't know the much about the SQL because each and every database has its own the way to communicate with database, right? It might have its own database SQL structure. So I don't want to learn. Okay. Second thing is, if I want to connect with multiple databases, and now I need the multiple clients to connect with the multiple databases. So that is another pain. So we should have the unified UI, and one UI will help us to communicate with different databases and will get the result accordingly. So by this mean, I don't need to learn the SQL. I'll provide my natural language like my English, what I can provide to as a AI, as an input. Now my job is done. So how to achieve it? So I'll show. So to achieve this, we need the MCP server. So I have already registered myself into the Claude Desktop app. So I show Claude. So this is the Claude Desktop AI tool. It's very useful. It's very important. It's I would say the AI orchestration tool. It supports many things. So I really encourage to go with the official website of the Claude and download it and register yourself with the free tier. Initially go with free tiers. It will help us to a lot of things. So when I open this Claude, so my desktop looks like that. So I have already run my many natural language. I'll show. So we have to go setting to register the MCP server. Go to developers. I have already created my MCP server locally, connected with my local running MySQL database. So I just removing this one and go to edit config and this Claude Desktop config. Open it. This file where we have to provide the config, how to configure the MCP server, okay, for the database. So this is default config. So I need to get the config for the MySQL database. So I will write here GitHub MCP server database. So we have to go this page, MCP database server, will show multiple database server. So just go down, we have to copy this configuring Claude Desktop, right? Because we are using Claude Desktop app. So just copy it here. It's supporting the many servers. It supports many servers. So here we can see the MCP server's configuration. It supports SQLite, SQL Server, Postgres. I don't need it. I just want to go demo only for MySQL because I have set up MySQL locally in my local. So this is the command npx. It's a Node.js. So now finally what happens? We have to provide my local host URL, local host, so that my MCP server talk to my database. And what database? So provide the schema name. I've already created test. Port is 3306. Username root. The password is also same as username. Now this is done. The configuration done. The MCP server configuration is done in my Cloud app. Close it. How to check it? Then go to Cloud Apps settings, file settings, developers. No, I don't see it. So we have to restart my Cloud app. So go to file and exit. Then we have to open it again. Cloud app. Yes, it is opened. Now we have to verify it. The connection of the MCP servers is working with MySQL. Yes, it is running. So once we configure the MySQL detailing to the MCP server, it's MCP server is running locally with connecting the database. Okay, so connector, we can see how much operation we can it support. So connectors MySQL, and now it supports many operations, right? Read query, write query, create query, alter query, drop table export. If you want to customize, we can go and block and provide the necessary permission. Okay, now this time to execute the natural query language into the query. Okay, so how? So this is the database I have connected. It has two tables. The test schema I have provided. It has two tables. One is account, one is transaction. Let's begin with that. Let's play with that. Get all the data from your for account table. Okay. Now starts making context. Okay. Now it found. So these many records are there in the account table. 1, 2, 3, 4. Four records. One is Ridu, one is Saurabh, one is Single, one is Taran. Is that correct? We can check what the query it has generated internally. The select from the account. Okay. Now these are the many records. We can filter out get account based on account type. Let's say S. Again, done. It's found 3 records because the S type is 3. We can see the query what it is generated. So we don't worry about the query. So okay, let's see the few complex query like join query. Because we have one more table as a transaction, get account along with transaction detail. Yes. Because Saurav having the only the transaction detail, so it is as of now it is understand and only provide the transaction detail for the Saurav. Because if you go with the transaction table, so Saurav has only the transaction detail. So other user account name doesn't have the transaction detail. So if I want to the all, get all account along with transaction detail. Yes. So now you can see when we pass the context get all account along the transaction, so the AI is automatically resolving. Okay, now they are wanted to every account. It means we need the account detail as well as their transaction. So they are making as a left join. Okay, so that whatever the account table having, it is showing all the data, and now whatever the respective account having the transaction, it is also showing that data. Sort of having the 5 transaction. Okay, we can see transaction ID 1, 101, 102, 103, 104 up to 5. 1 lakh to deposit 1 lakh, then withdraw 10,000, then withdraw 20,000, then further deposit 15,000, finally withdraw 5,000. So now single doesn't having, Taran doesn't having, right? So we can see the query here. So yes. So we can also run with the multiple complex query like left outer join, inner outer join. So based on the content, it's evaluate. So this is the demo. So we can observe that it is very rich UI because when we go with database, it's the UI is very rich. So we can play with any databases with help of the cloud plus MCP server, and this is not only for the query. We can generate the PPTs, we can generate the web pages as well as I have generated. I show one of the use case. I've generated the PPT as well. natural query language Cloud MCP databases. This PTP is generated by this Cloud plus MCP. So it's an amazing tool. So we can go and play with that and hope it will help us day-to-day activities, whatever we are using along with database. Thanks.